Hey everyone, I'm back today to help with a healing that needs to happen right now. All morning long, there's been an immense burning in the heart chakra. I think that it's related to what the Divine Feminine is experiencing right now, self-worth issues. If you haven't seen my video that I posted yesterday, January 23rd, if you're watching this later, it is timeless, so it's going to apply for whenever you've been drawn to this video. But it has to do with abandonment issues related to trauma, family karma that is being cleared, sexual trauma that's being cleared. It's all connected. But today, the heart chakra is really, really on fire. If you are having symptoms of anger, resentment, generally being really pissed off and not knowing exactly why, the confusion that goes along with that, it could be towards yourself, it could be towards your divine masculine, it could be towards the trauma itself, it could be towards you have no freaking clue why at all. It's just this unease. I have been sitting in meditation and asked my guides to give me some direction on it and some guidance on what we need to do to clear it. And Archangel Chamuel is here. He is the archangel who helps to find things and to see the light, to help shine the light on what it is that you're missing. It could be that you have a soul fragment that is calling to you and your heart is burning right now, just not knowing how to get in touch with that, not knowing that that's what it is. If that feels like something that you're resonating with, you may need a soul retrieval. Me or my Divine Masculine can help you with that. If you just go to my website, book a session, all the information for that is in the box below. If you have questions, you can email me too. I pulled a spread on this, and I'm going to go over that with you in just a minute. I'll show you the cards, and just after that, we're going to do a healing. Make sure that after you watch the reading that you stay tuned for I'm going to do a Reiki healing. I've infused this entire reading with it anyway, so if you're open to it, it's flowing right now as well. But at the end of it, we're going to do just a short, more saturated healing using the violet flame. The violet flame, to me, it has the energy of water, and it's very cleansing. The burning in the heart chakra right now is it's an overload of fire in the chart of those of you that are here that resonate with this. So stay tuned for that after the reading. It's going to be very cleansing. It's going to really help to kind of douse the underlying issue that's going on right now. So, all right, stay tuned for the card reading, and then make sure that you take advantage of the healing just after too. All right, guys. So I asked the question, what is this burning about? What is happening in the heart chakra right now? And it definitely feels connected to the Divine Feminine. It has to do with, in connection with the self-worth, money, financial instability feelings that I was talking about yesterday in the reading from then. Like I said, if you haven't watched that, it might help you to go and watch that first and then come back to this. Either way, the energy of feeling abandoned, not taken care of, not supported, it doesn't necessarily have to be financially, but a lot of times being left out in the cold by someone in your life that made a promise to you, was supposed to support you. Just as an example, it could be, your father left the family and Your mother struggled for a long time because he didn't give her any kind of monetary support. You felt the ripple effect of that, and you were imprinted with the feeling of lack. Um, it's in the bloodlines, that energy. That's just one example. It could be many different things. It could be that your um, ex-husband did the same thing to you, or there is a root to it somewhere, but it's coming up again right now in order for us to finally bury those burdens. We've done a lot of work to become sovereign beings and to be in an energy of supporting ourselves and seeing our own light, not needing that light to be reflected in, not needing to prove ourselves, not needing to prove our worth all the time, whether that comes to our job, making more money at our job, acceptance by our peers. The need to prove ourselves and prove our worth is being brought up collectively for everyone to clear. One of the symptoms of that right now is connected to the abandonment by someone in your past, someone that you connected with for the first time on a soul level. This was someone that you believed to be a soulmate, a divine partner, it was the very first time that you had ever felt like there is magic out there. There is a soul connection for me. This is meant to be. That person is either coming back into your field, or the thoughts and images of them are coming back to your field. You haven't thought about them in a long time, but something has happened recently that has made you kind of reel back and look at that person again and say, God, if only, or that I wish that I could get back in my life those initial new feelings that I had with that person, that magnetic kind of soul feeling within you. There are some of you that are resonating very deeply with this right now. I almost want to cry right now. My chest is on fire, and there is a lot of emotion coming up with this right now. It's like a longing and missing that connection so bad that you're just feeling abandoned all over again and lonely. There's a lot of confusion right now. There's a lot of confusion and wondering, not being able to see the bigger picture on this journey. What is ahead for me? What kind of connection am I meant for? What does the rest of this path look like for me? It's like a really stuck space, looking at all of these options, saying, I just want things a little bit more defined. I just want to feel more sturdy in my connection, in my connection to spirit, in my connection to the 3D world, in my everyday life, in my job, in my relationships, in my family connections. It's like there's the rug has been pulled out from underneath of you for some reason. There is this real sense and feeling of longing for, they're telling me what could have been. And I hear this burning desire. They're reminding me also, the first thing that Chamuel said to me when I asked what this burning in the chest was I heard the song, the lyrics in the song, they just said burning desire. I can't remember what song it is now. All I can remember is that line. And on the bottom of the deck was the devil card. So the energy on the bottom of the deck is what's underlying, what's underneath of all of this, what is holding the energy of this fire that is kind of unseen. and it's the Devil card. So we're talking about codependency. We're talking about addictions. We're talking about trauma, sexual distortions, distorted masculine energy in the sacral chakra. This can be connected to sexual trauma. This can be connected to any kind of codependency, but it's strong, it's powerful, and it's almost like it's coming up and kicking you when you're down. The energy around the divine feminine right now is, I don't want to say weakened, but it's tired. We've been doing a lot of healing work, and it's like a sad, weakened kind of energy. And it doesn't mean that you are being weak. It doesn't mean that you are weak. It just means that right now, I don't know how to describe it. It just means that your realm, maybe the entire divine feminine realm right now, has been doing so much work and kind of under attack by the darker energies that can see their light shining brighter and brighter and brighter, that they've kicked it into high gear and are now really, really working to push down and trigger the divine feminines to dim their light a little bit. Like, whoa, 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 you're getting too bright. I'm going to throw in some self-worth issues. I'm going to shake things up within this realm in order to make you doubt yourself and to overthink things and to double check the things that you have cleared already in the past and bring them up for you and make them appear as though they are happening now. But it really feels like these things have already been cleared. You have already cleared these. But there is this underlying codependent kind of energy it's like sneaking in right now. It's kind of sneaky. I did pull a couple of clarifiers for the Seven of Cups as well. So I got the Tower and Four of Wands. So Four of Wands can be about marriage, it can be about stability, it can be about your home life, a celebration. There is something that happened that caused a Tower moment. So it could be that she's sitting here looking back on in the past, looking at her life, saying, it could be about divorce. It could be the ending of your marriage. You're looking back at it saying, was he the one? Was I just not in a good place? Now that I've done all of this healing, looking back on the situation, was it something that I did, something that I could have done better, something that, I could have been a better person, I could have done more? In the beginning, it felt so connected, it felt so amazing. Maybe it was something that I did wrong. That's the self-worth issues, needing to prove herself. It could also be that this is someone in the past who you didn't end up with, who you didn't get together with. Something caused a breakdown between the two of you guys. They moved on and they got married, and it created this Tower moment for you, and you're looking back on it like, what if, and what if that was the one and I fucked it all up and it's all my fault and I'm never going to get something back like that again. It feels like it's connected to the calling of your divine counterpart. It sounds to me like I can hear the call of these dolphins. I can hear their sounds. I can hear them calling way off in the distance. And it's almost like you can hear it too. You can feel it, and you don't know it though. So whether you're in contact with this person, you think that you know who it is, or you don't know who it is, or you're doubting who you think it is, The energy of that person is calling to you from within your heart space. They're calling to you. It's not outside of you, it's within you. And it's killing you. It's burning up your chest, your heart chakra, because it's not tangible. The scope of it is not tangible in the 3D right now. You can't see it. You can't see the proof of it. You just need proof, or things keep coming up that if you are in communication with your counterpart, things keep coming up that keep blocking it, or it appears that it's being blocked. There's always something wrong. There's always something that comes up. That must mean that, what? That it's not meant to be, that this person from the past was probably it. Maybe that person was my counterpart and it wasn't ready yet. It was immature. It wasn't, fully developed yet. It's causing a lot of self-doubt in your intuitive abilities, in your ability to feel into your knowing. And they really want you to dig down into that. Dig down into your knowing. Look at your past. Go ahead. Look at your journey up until now. And look at how far you've come. Think about where you were as a person back then when you were with this person. Think about who they were when you were with that person. Think about who they were and be honest with yourself about what that connection actually was. You were barreled over by the beauty and the powerful, what you believe to be loving, just magnetic connection between the two of you. But underneath of all of that, what was really going on? Really look at those distortions. Look at all the options, not just the beautiful, idyllic, fairy tale, he's everything I ever dreamed of kind of image. Look at all of it. Look at all of the options. Look at the distortions. Look at the sexual distortions. Look at the way something happened between the two of you guys that you've always wondered about. You've always wondered what really happened. There was this one time that you just weren't sure, but because you just loved him so much, or you're so connected to, and I say him, but it could be a her as well. Whoever this was, the energy of it feels like a him. It's what I see, but it could just be also a female that was in that kind of masculine energy. Take it however it resonates for you. Some of you were wondering, that's why I had to point that out. But you're just so barreled over by the energy of this just powerful kind of connection that you were ignoring the red flags. There were very real red flags underneath of it, and they were hidden underneath of codependency, yours and theirs. What that connection was your awakening to your inner burning desire for love, for intimate love, for real love, to see underneath of the veil and to really understand what that is. You're in the process of understanding what intimate, true love is. Nobody knows what that is right now. Every single layer that you peel away is bringing you closer and closer and closer to it. And every once in a while, it makes you reel back and just say, when am I going to get to it though? When am I going to get to it and be able to sit in the middle of it and just feel it, really feel it? They want to reassure you, this high priestess, you have an inner knowing that you are meant for bigger and bolder and just amazing things. And that includes a divine connection with someone who is on the path of healing those things within themselves too, and laying their burdens down, actively laying their burdens down. For some of you, there are options out there as to who that could be. If you're not sure, just focus on the energy of your counterpart, not trying to nail down in the 3D the proof of who that is. Just know that that energy is out there calling to you. All you have to do is connect with the fact that, okay, I hear that, and I'm just going to be patient about it. I'm just going to be patient with myself, that I have not quite laid down enough burdens to see it come to fruition in the 3D just yet. But it's what I'm headed for. So right now, it's enough that I'm here with myself and not pining over the past and what could have been and what was and what should have been. What should have been was not meant to have been. Otherwise, it would be. Trust in your knowing. Trust yourself that there is a lot of truth in the fact that you walked away from something that wasn't serving you. Or they walked away from something that wasn't in their best interest. It was not meant for your highest and greatest good. That, and I'm hearing, that's the damn truth. That's what I heard. You know it. You know it. This journey is not easy, guys. It is not easy. And sometimes when we fall back on just wanting to be in the energy of something that is easy, something that felt easy, the energy of this felt easy. This was underneath of it. This unease, this waiting to explode, this underlying traumatic kind of something stored somewhere within you, that was being awakened too. So this person, whoever this was in your past, was meant to show you the energy of that, to awaken you to this journey, to awaken you to your ascension, and also to awaken you to the depth of the trauma energy, the trauma bond that you have with almost every single person in your life. They mirror those things back to you. So they were meant to awaken you to both of those things. Being awakened to the energy of this is not easy. We are on this roller coaster of feeling this for a little while and then feeling this for a little bit. When you get into the energy of feeling this, the shadows coming back up again, just know that it's twofold. It is both of those energies. We sit in the middle of this. Right now, we're in the middle of that feeling of that burning desire for something more, for some kind of validation that we are worthy, that we are the light, that we are worthy of all of these things, of this immense, immense love. We hear it out there, but where is it? We want to feel validated that we are worthy of that. But we look outside of ourselves for that. We look outside of ourselves for the validation of that. And someone else to come in and say, I see you. You are that. Of course you are. Of course you are. For the people who are resonating with this, we've come so far now that even when we realize this codependent energy underneath of it is the realization that even when someone else tells us that, there's some reason why we still don't get it. We still aren't believing it. And it's because we have to start telling those things to ourselves. We cannot look outside of ourselves for the validation of our knowing. Your inner knowing is just that. It's inner. It is your higher self speaking to you and calling to you. That's what this is too. Your divine counterpart is you. And when you are ready to understand that about yourself, it's going to be reflected on the outside as well. It's going to be reflected in the 3D. But we have work to do right now to get in touch with the power of our being, the beauty of our success and how far we've come. And what we have to contribute to the collective and to this journey, to everyone else around you. In the meantime, we rely on each other. We rely on the resonance of you are never alone. You're never alone in this struggle, because I guarantee you, I get emails about them, I get comments on these videos. There are so many people that are resonating with this energy at the same time whenever you're watching this. There is a group of people, your united collective sister, brother, people who are in the exact same place as you. Why is that? The energy of them is calling to you too. That oneness, that connected, united, universal energy, they're all calling to you. You can hear them. It's like you can hear them all. I hear you. I hear you. Where are you? Reach out. Energetically reach out. Connect right now with the fact that you resonating with this message are sitting here with, even if it's just one other person that resonates with how this feels right now, that person is you. And that person is going to be supported and held, and the fire is going to be doused just a little bit, just in the knowing that they are not alone. You are there with them. That resonance, that empathy, that drawing on our powerful, intuitive, empathic natures is powerful. It's powerful and it's healing, and it is so filled with light that it's going to bust through this density, through this coming up again. It's going to shine the light on the energy that's coming out of you right now, that burning desire to just feel like you are worthy. Feel your own worth, feel your own light, see it, finally be able to see yourself for the beauty that you are, and transmute this energy into this. That's who you are. Look at her looking at that. It's like there's a mirror right there, and she's looking at herself and she's saying, yeah, look at me. I really look good in yellow. I love myself. This right now is being guided by really powerful energies in the universe. Really, really divinely. This message for you, me as the messenger, whoever it is that you connect with after this video, was divinely guided to you for the healing and the water energy that is being channeled to you right now. It was divinely guided to you for moving towards peace, moving towards more peaceful waters, whether that's today or tomorrow or just after this reading. You are being divinely guided. And you being in the energy of this doubt, this need to lay down your burdens, especially when it comes to a relationship that was not quite developed enough, this person who you thought was going to be the one, the energy that you felt connected to that kind of desire and love, your doubt, the illusion about what it really means to be a divine counterpart, to be a twin flame, if you resonate with that, why things look the way that they do on this path, why are you doubting yourself right now, that inner knowing, bringing you back to the 0 point of your inner knowing and the light that you exude. It's all been set up and divinely guided. You are meant to be at this point with me right now and with these other people that are watching this. Just know that. Trust that. That's all the validation. And you know why? Why have you been chosen to be divinely guided? Who am I? Who are you? That you were chosen by God and by the angels and by Archangel Chamuel to receive this message today. You are a divine fucking feminine, and you are worthy of it. That's who you are. You are just as worthy of it as that other person that you look at and you say, oh, no, that person is worthy of it. That person is evolved. That person is worthy of it. Me, who am I? I'm just little old me. I've been there. I was just there an hour ago. I know exactly what you're feeling, but that's who you are. That's who each one of us is. We're all mirrors of each other. So, that being said, there were some outcome cards here too that I drew that I'm pretty sure that I covered with the energy of all of that message. It was about not lying to yourself. Not lying to yourself about the truth of this relationship and how connected to just trauma and codependency it was. A lot of the energy of this were connected to trauma bonds. It could be that person was a trauma bond, and you're in the process of releasing the trauma bond to who you were at that time. So if you're held on to the image of this person, you're also held on to the feeling of who you were back then, because it's the person that you were all along that you just felt so connected with. The problem is it was distorted. So they're giving you the opportunity to sever the attachment with yourself and the karma of what you had gone through in your life, who you were back then. That's what they're giving you the opportunity to. It's distorted masculine energy. We've got 7 of Swords here, clarified by the Emperor, 7 of Swords again, Page of Cups, and 4 of Cups. It's just a love that was not the bigger picture. It was meant as an introduction. It was meant as an awakening. And this other person, whoever that is, was King of Wands energy at the time when it came to burning desire, passion, drive, but you can see that it's clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands was also here with you, so it was mirroring back to you the slow journey of laying down their burdens. You were an important part of their journey as well in learning how to lay down their burdens. So everything that I've said here is in connection with these outcome cards as well. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop this for a minute. I'm gonna turn my camera around and we're gonna do just a little bit of healing to help ease the energy surrounding this. There's definitely a lot of release that needs to happen. This burning desire, there is a cleansing that needs to happen. There is an emotion, there are tears that need to come out in order to lay these burdens down and to cleanse yourself. So I'm hoping with the Reiki energy just after this, that we'll be able to release some of that for you guys. So, and if not, if you choose not to go on to the healing, but if you want to find out some more information for yourself, work with me, and get some guidance on how to push past this, or whatever kind of guidance it is that you need on your journey right now, I am here for you. All of my information for readings is down in the box below. You can just go to my website or email me. I'm going to start with some Reiki to begin with. I've already started the flow of it, but I'm going to be sitting here sending it as well. There's violet flame infused with it. They're telling me that they want you to drink, they want you to drink a ton of water. They want you to cleanse your auric field of debris that you've been releasing. You can do that by taking a salt bath. You can do that by going swimming. You can do that with exercise. You can do that with setting the intention of connecting with the energy of water. You can even just something as simple as like washing your hands, setting the intention ahead of time that this water is, even though it's only on my hands, it's cleansing my entire body. I'm setting the intention that it's clearing out the debris of the debris of release is what I'm hearing. So I want everyone to start first by taking a deep breath by closing your eyes. Take a deep breath. And it's almost filling your lungs with, it seems a little absurd, but filling your lungs with water. It's breathing in the healing energy of water. You're channeling the energy of water's cleansing abilities, and for a lot of you, that means allowing yourself to grieve. You're grieving loss. You're grieving a death. You're grieving the death of a previous relationship that meant so much to you. And the important thing to remember is you're grieving the death of who you were then. You're grieving the loss of yourself and what that person went through and the pain that they were in. You're feeling the ripple back of that pain right now, and it's okay to let go of it. I'm going to start there's a recording that my Divine Masculine took when we were in Glastonbury, at the Glastonbury tour they call it St. Michael's Mount. We went there we did the climb. It's a huge hill. It took us forever to get up there. It took me forever to get there, which was just so representative of my journey. I had to stop every couple of minutes to catch my breath, and my legs were on fire, my chest was on fire. I was having a hard time breathing. It really is representative of this energy that's happening right now too. I had to be patient with myself and not judge myself for being out of shape, not being able to make it more than 10 steps before I had to catch my breath. And it gave me the ability to turn around and look at the view from as far as I had come, instead of looking up at the climb and what I had left to do and not feeling the relief of it just yet. I got to turn around and I got to look and to see the magnificence of the view and the beauty around me, the beauty of how far I'd come, how hard it was to get there, and how the beauty of it overtook the pain that I had felt at the time. And every time I did that, I got further up the hill, and I would turn around and the view looked so much different. And I didn't think it could be any more grand than it already was the last time I looked. But when I turned around, it was just even more had been revealed to me, and even more beautiful things stood out to me. And I realized that I don't take enough time to look behind me and appreciate the pain that I went through, and appreciate it for the lesson that it was now, and to shine my light on the knowing that I have now, using the knowing that I have now on myself back then, because I didn't know back then. I get to do that now. And every time I stop and do that, I send healing back to that person. When we got to the hill, we got to the top, we went inside of this huge structure. We sat down and we started meditating, and someone walked in with a bongo. And he was there we were right there at sunset. He was there to usher in the sunset. It was the most beautiful, clear day. And as you know, music means so much to me. I'm so affected by it. I feel it in every cell of my body. And he said, that they came here for you. And I was so grateful. I sat down right in front of the guy playing the bongo, and he started, and it was a big one. It was like a bass, and I could feel it all the way through my chest. It was through my entire being. I have never felt a frequency or vibration that deep and full of just such universal energy as I did right then. I could not stop myself from crying. It was immediate and it was potent. I turned around to look behind me because I kind of wanted to sit, instead of sitting in the doorway where I wanted to sit in the middle of the structure so that the acoustics were even more kind of saturated and bold. And I looked behind me, and another drummer had sat down, and another one had sat down almost right next to me. They had circled around the opening and essentially around me to start playing and to start ushering in this gorgeous golden light. It was incredible. It was so powerful. And I was completely immersed in the energy of the healing that was happening at that time. That's what's happening right now, and I am going to put on the recording that he took of those drums in order to help you with this release as I send this Reiki over. Okay? First, we're going to do some affirmations, and then after that I want you to just close your eyes and meditate on the sound and receive the Reiki. So take a deep breath. And I want you to repeat after me, out loud if you're able to. I'm worthy. I am safe. I'm powerful. I'm grounded. I'm always supported. I am healing lifetimes of wounds. I am patient with myself. 1:11 on my clock right now. I am peace. And I'm so fucking beautiful, I can barely stand it. Close your eyes.